have an elite player on your team who puts money in your pockets and fans in the stands, they're going to get rid of the coach before they get rid of the player. That's obvious. You mean to tell me
you got to have a leader on your team? I mean, if you want to go in the right direction, I agree. You got to let go of the coach.
And exactly what happened. Aaron Rodgers did not agree with a lot of stuff that was going on. It was clearly reported and known. The GM knew that, and they got rid of him. Bottom line, and they re-signed, and they gave Aaron Rodgers an extension contract. He's got a multi-million-dollar deal.
Magic Johnson got rid of Paul Westhead, too.
Thank you. It happened.
He said, trade me. I don't want to play for him.
So what was their record that year?
They had won the championship the year before. And I don't know where they're at. It was 6 games into the season.
You have to give me like where they were at that point in time.
There were 6 games into the season, and he said he wouldn't play for him anymore.
And from what we heard today, discussions have been ongoing internally there at Ohio State that Meyer could potentially step down here really soon. And that's obviously exactly what happened. So obviously they're really kind of pointing to his flare-ups with the cyst that's known now to the public, that's in his brain. That at this point, from what I've read and from what I've observed, he really can't have any more procedures on it because of the location where it's at. So it's a bit of a tough thing is what he's somewhat dealing with at this point in time.
I think you got to look at it in multiple things. I think number one is Urban Meyer is a legend coach within himself. If you talk about top coaches and football coaches in NCAA, Urban Meyer is going to be in that conversation.
Easily, he's up there.
So you look at it like that. So, but also you have to look at it and say, your health is everything. If you're not healthy, then it's really unfair to coach your players and give them, because you got to give them 100%.
Now to the NFL, and you probably saw this story today. Cowboys running back Zeke Elliott. He was fined for that kettle donation. And was this the donation? He literally put money in. Was this during the Thanksgiving game?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So he put money in during the Thanksgiving game. The NFL fined him for it, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly. And he basically says today, look, I really wasn't expecting a fine. Yeah, of course. I mean, I want to blame him. No one would be. And not a big deal for him. He gladly paid it. But, I mean, really, I get the NFL wants to enforce rules. I'm all for that. But let's not be silly.
But really, they contradict themselves, because now you tell the players it's okay to celebrate now, and they're not going to get fined for what they do and things, this and that. But then again, you fine them when they celebrate after a touchdown and they do their whole thing. That's ridiculous. I mean, on top of that, he's bringing awareness to the Salvation Army. Tyler Trent, a student at Purdue, where he was awarded today for he was awarded for the Disney Spirit Award winner and he's an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And people don't know about him. He was forced to withdraw out of school with terminal cancer, and he talked today a little bit with TNT, Charles and Shaq and Ernie, and we know about Ernie's situation, how he's battled cancer and things like that. And it kind of shook me up in a way, because this kid, it just shows you how precious life is.
We tend to get caught up so many times. We're all guilty of this. We get caught up in the moment of whatever we're going through. And a lot of times we think that there'll be no end to this and there's no light at the end of the tunnel, when usually that's far from the truth.
Yeah.
So it really puts everything in perspective when you see something like this.